Hello everybody, it's Phantom2502 and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, my progressive build tutorial. In this episode, we get manufacturers' research and we're going to build them for our heavy modular frames, computers, and modular engines. We will not run them at 100% though, mostly for two reasons. One, our power grid's almost up to max again, and two, it would take a huge build to get them running at 100%. But we're going to get them running as much as we can with the current infrastructure that we have. Alright, let's finish our research. Oh yeah, as you see, I've put signs in for all my items. The background has light on it. I mean, I guess I could pick a darker color, but the thing is, I don't know, I find it always makes it light color. I guess I could pick a different color. Whatever, you can see them. Well, most of them. Anyway, at least it tells me which items in which bins and what side the stuff is on. So, neat. I'll teach how to put the signs up later in the episode. Alright. Well, still not enough, is it? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll make more by hand then. This one's going to be short by a little bit, isn't it? Rods. Thing is, odds are manufacturers going to need like heavy modular frames or something, which I think needs modular frames. That'll be interesting. Alright, let's get the thing unlocked.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of project assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look bright.
Alright, our next unlock is going to be Tier 6 Pipeline Engineering. And that way we can double our pipe throughput, which means we could double our coal power plants, which after this build we will need. Alright, but it does require 50 heavy modular frames. 50. Thought it said, oh yeah, it is 50, okay. Yeah, so we're going to get heavy modular frames done first. Alright, in this episode, let's see, what are we going to need? 3 manufacturers. Let's at least put the container for heavy modular frames. We'll do computers and modular engines later, but because we need 50 heavy modular frames, let's get that going first, and then we'll do computers after, so that we can get some heavy modular frames in the meantime. There we go. Okay. Modular frames we're not getting, that's for sure. Engines. 30 motors. Motors are here. Well, almost. And might as well grab what we have. And I guess grab some reinforced iron plates on the way back. Okay, well... oh, it's modular frames we need. Oh, I thought it'd be heavy modular frames to manufacture. Okay, well that makes things a little bit easier at least. I thought it was 60 heavy modular frames. Ooh, that reminds me. Yeah, we'll do motors after. Or actually, if we could probably just get 4 motors by the time we're done this. Come on, modular frame. Alright, engines. There we go, motors. Good. Alright, let's make sure we have enough parts for stuff. Yeah, we'll need a few belts for sure. I think we're good for these for the most part. Okay. What else do we need? Man, hold on. Did I get rods? Could probably use another thing of rods. Okay, we could. I think we could drop off some steel beams. Let's go to the other side then. Drop some off. We don't need that many. We should pick up some though of these. What else do we need? Is that good enough? What about smart splitters? Yeah, some rods probably. Some rotors. And we definitely need AI limiters. $15 should be good enough for now. That should be good enough for now. Alright. Let's check up on our doggos. Still mostly nothing. Okay. Manufacturers. Alright. Foundation time. Zoop. down to at least here. Maybe one more so I don't fall off. Alright. Alright, well, let's see if that's big enough for now. Alright, we want this belt to turn this way, and then we're going to do stuff with manufacturers over here. That'll be fine. Then each of them need enough for space for stuff, so let's say this goes there. Should be plenty of room. Now, I'm going to put the rest of these for measuring space. Put a manufacturer on this side.
Have you correctly calculated the necessary power?
Alright, so that will work. Okay. So where do we want the belts on this side? One there. Just out of curiosity. Where does that come out? Same thing with here, just to make sure we have the right amount of distance. Okay, that's plenty far. Yeah, we could definitely put it right down the middle here. We've got plenty of space. Okay. Alright, we can delete this one. Mostly because that was just done to make sure this was at the right spot, and everything else is further away. We're good for building space. Alright, that will connect into over here. Okay. Need both of our oil line and our main line to come through here. So we're going to split them off to our manufacturers. Now, I want to see how far sideways we go to put our other line to go around. So I'm mostly just doing this for measurements. Okay. Okay, so if we move things over a little bit, we can get this many manufacturers over there and run things through here. Okay. Six. There we go. And same things over here. Alright. That one. And that one. That'll line up. And then we'll line this one up to this one here. Alright. Level 4s. On the bottom. And that will have to be connected after. Alright, then we'll do the top level, which will be level 3. And we'll have that go around in a circle. Alright, that'll be it. Alright. And done. And I can get rid of this. There we go. Now both of our belts are going to go around our manufacturing area, and then we can just split them off into our manufacturers as we need to. Okay. Next, this is going to be Heavy Modular Frames. We're going to want the thing powered. And you, that'll be later. Because these things will go into Heavy Modular Frames on this side, we'll have it line up this way. Okay. So about there, at least for now. And we'll put a merger over here. And send it into it. Did I curve this? Yeah, that's not straight. Darn it. Alright, there we go. Now, Heavy Modular Frames or any of these aren't going to be working at 100%. That would take a huge build, and I'd rather have alternate recipes to do those builds, but we can at least get a little bit online, a little small percentage, with the build that we still have of lower items. Let's see, what percentage can we handle here? Modular frames with like what, 1.5, so 15% max. Steel pipe, I think we have what, 5 a minute remaining? Yeah, we don't have much steel pipe. Because I think it's 50. Let's just double check the steel pipe. I think it's 5 left. Yeah, so we have 20 coming out of here. And it goes into here for 15, yeah, so 5 remaining. Alright, so 5 divided by 40, 12.5%. 1.5 divided by 10 is 15. Okay, so 12.5 is the highest at the moment. Case industrial beams, that's going to be 6 out of 10. We're good there. Screws might be our low. Screws only have 20 extra. And we divide that by 240. We're looking at like 8.3%. So let's just put 8%, which is 0.16 per minute. And we're going to need 50 of these divided by 0.16, 312 minutes, 5 hours worth. Alright, well, I guess I'll be doing a lot of those things manually then, later on. Alright, but let's at least get some of these starting to work. Okay. Alright, smart splitters. I think I need 4 off the low line. Yeah. Alright, I can access it for upgrading later. Alright, what are the items again? Modular frame, steel pipe. Overflow. Steel pipe. Overflow. Encased industrial beams. Overflow. And screws. And overflow. Okay. Just make sure we get all these items. Now, 8% will make the power be a lot less than 55. So this shouldn't shoot up our power too much. We're not getting any modular frames. No, we have extra. I think we're making 4 over there and only using 2.5 there. Oh, there's one. Alright, this will eventually start. Let's go check up on our doggos and finish up our containers. Doggos. Hey, you. High-speed connectors. Oh, heavy modular frames. Well, that helps. Okay. I think only a little bit of them are useless right now. Yeah, we'll keep the high-speed connectors. We've been needing them recently. We can just get rid of these. Maybe the extra rubber. Oh yeah, true. Turbo motors. We haven't put them in here yet. 2 coupons. Watch that go up, because that's pretty much the best thing we get from the doggos. 11. 9 coupons, all in one. Over 2 million points for that. Wow. Alright, let's see, what do we want for this part? Still good there. Oh yeah, building containers. How many? We kind of want it even on both sides. How many do we have on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we still have a bit to go. Alright. I gotta get more stuff. Iron plate, okay. Might as well get what I need for signs, because I gotta put signs up. Yeah, okay, we got it good enough for that. Iron plate. Oh, and it was back here where I needed stuff. Smart splitters. Oh, 4s. Computers. Overflow. Modular engines. Overflow. Alright, that'll be good for there. And then we just need signs. Alright, so signs, organization. We do the 2 squares. See the back part? We'll line it up flat, bring it up one. That's where we put our signs. Then you press E. You can select whatever colors you want. Backgrounds if you want background. And then usually I just select the materials here. Now, you could also copy settings to assign a copy to another sign by having the copy paste settings at the bottom. Or, even better, you can go to previous sign, tap the middle button or middle scroll wheel, like click it, and that'll copy your sign with all the settings on it, and you're able to place it. It'll do with everything on it. So that's an easy way to do signs. And obviously we just have to change the item on it, which has a search bar up here. So Heavy Modular Frames, select icon, good. This one, computers, select icon, done. And Modular Engines. Select icon, and we're good. Did we get anything in by now? Or not yet? Okay. Alright. Let's get computers and modular engines going. Alright, this one will be computers. This one's going to be modular engines. And, right, we're going to want power for these. How much power is this using anyways? 2 megawatts. That's barely anything. Alright, well that's good. Okay, computers. How many materials? Circuit boards, that'll be bottom level. Cable, plastic will be top level. Okay. I guess we'll leave a little bit of space in that one. One. You know what? Why don't we do it this way? I'll leave a little bit of space that way, and it said top level, right? There we go. And we got to set each of them. Circuit board, plastics to be the top one. Circuit board and cable. Overflow. Cable. Overflow. And plastic. Overflow. Okay, that gets each of the items. Now, what percentage are we going to be doing this at? Because it's not going to be 100%, that's for sure. Let's see, we have 10 overflow cables, so that's 50. Circuit boards, I think we're doing, what, 7.5, I think? Yeah, so we could technically do quite a bit of those. I think we have 10 plastic coming in. So that would be a quarter. So we'd want some excess plastic, so let's say 20%. Yeah, because we have 40 plastic being made total, 30 is being used for circuit boards, that's 10 left. And this will use 8, and then 2 will go into storage. Man, 6.6 megawatts, not too bad there either. Alright. Now we can move on to modular engine, and we're making what? half a computer a minute. Now, better than the 0.16 for this one. Alright, last one is this one. Need motors and smart plating. That'll come off from the lower level. Yeah, well, why don't we make it like this again? Alright. Motors. Overflow. Smart plating. Overflow. And rubber. Overflow. Now, 0.75 motors is pretty much all that can be done. So what would that be, 35%? Alright. Yeah, we'll do 35% of this. That'll leave 0.05 motors a minute. I don't think we do need too much motors right now. If we need more, maybe we'll switch this a little bit. Everything else works. 2 smart plating unit we have. Rubber we have like 20. So this motor's really the constraint right now. Alright, and that will lead us to 0.35 modular engines a minute. As our next space elevator part. Alright, that'll start working once rubber kicks in. Okay. Let's go check in on our doggo farm. Actually, there is one thing I want to build. Assembler. Where am I going to put it though? Save this sections for that stuff. Maybe put it over here. We go better probably in here somewhere. Alright, let's see. Make iron rebar there. That and that. Yeah, probably be something like in here. We also want water to flow through, which will flow there, I think. Instead of here. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to clip through this rock face. Okay, let's just... We've got some clear space in here. Well... Okay. And let's make this one... what is it? Shatter Rebar? Yeah. So iron rebar and quartz crystal. 10 per minute would probably be good for both of them. Especially since this one's what? 22 a minute and uses nothing. Alright, well, good for now, I guess. Oh yeah, I improved the belts over here, by the way. That to 270 and 120, just so I can get rid of these boxes. Oh, that one is done. So just this one left. Alright, so almost done the boxes. The temporary boxes there. What's that? Cluster Nobelisk or something? Shatter Rebar. Okay. Because that'll be the last thing we make this episode. Just kind of a little extra stuff. We're going to start making a little bit of more advanced ammunition. Let's check on our doggos. High-speed connectors. Can anybody give me Sam? Do you guys know what I'm looking for? I need like one thing off you guys. And the answer is no. Don't need those two. Alright, that's coupons. Alright, Shatter Rebar. That'll be our 10th. One of these. Let's make more foundations, I guess. Alright, that'll get us... Well, unless we could go underneath it. Nah, we'll come up and go around like that. Alright, why not? Alright. It'd help if I have materials. Let's get some of these while I'm here. Smart splitter. That way. Shatter Rebar. Overflow. And we need a sign. There we go. Now this needs iron rebar and raw quartz. Iron rebar and quartz crystal. Let's see. I know this part's temporary, but we can rearrange this later. the right. Rebar overflow. And quartz crystal. And overflow. Not on the unit defined. Overflow. My bad. Right, I need power. Four. Merger. This one's going to probably have a merger over here. And another merger somewhere up here. Okay, maybe not that much. You know what? Instead of being fancy with it right now, let's just do this. Alright. Yeah, this section here, we're going to put like ammunition stuff on the ground and everything in here. So that's the only extra ground building we'll have in this section. Might as well, because it'll connect it to our coal plant. Alright, so I'll get a Shatter Rebar going. Everything's working well. Let's just do one more doggo run and call it an episode here. Between episodes, I think I'm just going to wait it off a little bit so we can get the Heavy Modular Frames. And I'll see you next time, where we're going to put Quickwire in its final spots and get like high-speed connectors and AI limiters automated, and improve our power grid. Yes, got to do that. Alright, so that's it for that. Alright, how is the power grid doing anyways? Alright. Not bad, actually. We hitting maximum? Very close to maximum. Anyways, I am Phantom 2502, and see you next time.